Okay, we're rolling.
You are now tuned in to the Pillow Talk Podcast Hour. You are now tuned in to the Pillow Talk Podcast Hour.
Girl, hurry up. The show about to come on. Come on. Dang.
Yes. We in the building. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2.
Yes.
We in the building. Yes.
In the building.
I know y'all looking like, man, hold up. This is like a different type of setting. Cause usually we got the background. We inside of a contained and cooped room. But now we out in the open. We got a couple of guests on the show. We got a couple of guests, as you can see. We got my son and my cousin right there ready to spill the beans. They say they ready to snitch on everybody that had something to do with their life, messing them up. And then, you know what I'm saying, we got these two right here. Shanetta, we brought our regular guest panel.
What up?
As you see, they sit close because we have some good news. We don't spill the beans yet, but we're going to...
Oh, Lord.
We ain't doing that. We ain't gonna run on nobody like that. But today, we talking about everybody has a connection with this. And now it's a new term for it. And they come out and they say, like, what's up with you? And they say what? What they say? Life
be life.
Life be
How's
life.
it been?
Life
How
be
you
life.
been?
Life be life.
People been lifing.
Yeah,
Life
So
been
we're
life.
gonna talk about
Life
life
be
tonight.
lifing.
We're gonna talk about life tonight. What is life how have life been lifing for you
Right.
lately?
Yes. So we talking about life, how life has been lifing, man. So we gonna, you know what I'm saying, lightweight, dive and scrunch into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think about, now, I'm gonna ask each and every one of you, like, you know what I'm saying, when you think about, when somebody say, life be lifing, what is your definition of life be lifing? You know what I'm saying? So when I think, somebody asks me, and I think about life be lifing, I just think like, basically, life be lifing, man. It's like, whatever obstacles come at you, you got to find a way to pivot and get over that obstacle and move to the next, the next thing. Because like, if you get stuck in that slump, life definitely gonna keep you down. And then guess what? You hold on to that problem. To me, if you hold on to that problem, then later on in the day, you run into something else crazy happen, and it's just gonna cake on. It's gonna pile up, and it's gonna be a domino effect, and it's gonna really, and in a minute, you're gonna bust. I feel like you're gonna bust. That's my kind of perception, or if you will, like definition of life be life. And so that's what I say. But what say you, babe? What say you?
I say when people say life been lifing, I take it where they just saying like life being kind of like hard for them. That's what I get from it, because this is a new word or something term that everybody been using lately, and they saying like life been life, and it's like life been hard for them. That's what I get from it. But I just, me, how I always say, like, I'm a strong believer in that we all go through 4 seasons of life.
Right.
Just like the weather, you go through 4 seasons of the weather, but we go through 4 seasons of life. So I just take whatever season I'm in, and I be grateful for it. And if it's a down season, because I always say everybody get an up season, everybody get a down season.
Right.
So just know your up season is right around the corner. So just say, I said this plenty of time on our podcast too. And I'm going to say it again because we talk about life and discussion about life tonight. So sometimes I'll say, like, for instance, I'll say like, Latifah, you'll probably be in your financial season. Your financial season is better than what it was last season. But you may not have a love season this time. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be grateful with your financial season, because just because you don't have your love season, you have your financial season. So we all gonna come across these seasons that we're gonna have. always say somebody probably would be last season, their health wasn't good. But this season, their health is good, but their financial season is not good. You gotta be grateful in the season that you're in, because that's when you let God know that you're grateful. Because God wants you to be in a grateful moment, because He can't take you to another season if you're not grateful in that season. And I know it's hard to be, to be in a season of like down seasons, but you have to just think about your other season you in. People don't know how to separate seasons.
Right. Yeah.
So, but once you learn that and get that, that's when God move you to your next season, because He wants you to be grateful for luck. You'll be like, I'm going through this, but God say, but you here. He got you there. So you gotta be grateful, because that's how God blesses you, when you're grateful for the season. You can't get everything all at once. You can't get everything all at once. Even the rich people have their seasons. So you got to be grateful in your season. So that's what I get from life. Be life, and that's what life is like for me. When I'm in my season, and I be grateful for it.
What's up, Charlie? What's up, Charlie Storms? We appreciate you tuning in and watching the show. We appreciate it. But right now we talking about life be life, and we're gonna get a getaway. Life be life, and we're gonna pass the mic to let's see. So Tico, what is your definition when you hear somebody say life be life? You like, what's up with you, blase blah? And they be like, man, life be life, man. Life be life. What do you get from that?
For real, I think it be depending on what's going on in the person's life.
Right.
Because life been life, and it ain't gotta be like a hard time been going on. I could be having fun and turning up and doing whatever I want to do. Life been life. Some people, what they say, out of sight, out of mind. So if it's one of them type situations, I might not have heard from, like if I ain't heard from you in a while or something. But I'm seeing what's going on social media. She doing good. And then I talk to you, life been life. But I know what's going on. You been having fun. It's been up for you. But then on the other hand, I can run into somebody who been going through something, and life been life. I'm still here. But I ain't had the bills paid. I'm still alive. You feel me? Life. Or they can say something like, I ain't got no money, but the bills paid. Life, and you feel
life be life, man. I got the bills paid. Hey,
bills paid. I ain't got no money.
It is what it is.
Paid. Life been life, man.
Yeah,
I'm still here.
Right.
Going through, overcoming all my hardships and battles for real.
Right.
Life been life, but as you can see, I'm still here.
Right.
It's hard, but it's like that. That saying, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
But it's life, and for real. It's the same old thing, but hey, I'm still here.
And that's where you at with it. What you think about the term life be life and Tiva? What you think? Do you think it's like when somebody say life be life, and is it like a bad thing, good thing? Where you at with it? What you think about it?
Personally, it usually is people like complaining about, like Andrea said, what season you in, but I gotta piggyback off of what she said about being grateful. Because that's so important, like no matter what you're going through, because God is putting you through that season to strengthen you, to get you ready for the blessings that He got prepared for you in that new season coming up.
Right.
And that's why it's so important and vital to stay close to God, really, because He gonna give you the strength to get through that. I mean, I just know I'm 34 now.
Yes.
Tico, he told me he 32. We got kids. It's just like you gotta change your mindset. It's so important to tune in to yourself, because truthfully, like the world is mirroring back to you where you at on the inside is what I see now. It's just like if I ain't got that peace, if I don't got that love on the inside, I'm lost. That's when I feel like life be lifing. But when I go ahead and tune in to God, to my source, to my power, I can get through this season, but I know it's all in the plan. It's all in how God got it wrote out for us. So we're going to get that blessing.
Yeah.
But we can't focus on the life be life. And for real,
Yes,
you got to focus on what God got coming for you.
Right. I like that, man. I like that. That's a good way to break it down, if you ask me. That's a very good way to break it down. So when you hear the term, when you hear somebody say life be life, whether they, I guess it's kind of like, I don't even want to like hint you into your definition or give you a way to segue into your definition, but life be life, and it's kind of like the way that they say it. The way they, if you say, "Hey, what's been up with you? What's been up with you, Pearl? Girl, life be life." Or they, "What's been up with you, Pearl? Life be life." And you know how it is, child. So I want to ask you, Shanetta, when you think about the term "life be life," and when somebody says that, you ask them how they doing, they say "life be life." What do you think as far as that definition? What is it? What's the vibe that it gives you?
Yeah, I like what you said, Tico. You really like broke it down, cause like it's really more like from y'all generation, and the way you broke it down helped me understand it even more. Cause it's all about the person that's using it and what they referring to when they say it and their circumstances. So it can mean anything. It's just, I mean, not anything, but at different times, the way you're using it and the context that you're using it in, it could be positive, lifing, or it could be things been rough, lifing. So it just depends on, you know. But my feels about it is that no matter what, however life is lifing, is more about how we deal with lifing. Not about the things that's happening to us in our life, but the way we are reacting and dealing with those things. That's what's more important, because life is gonna life.
Yes. Yep.
The good and the bad. But how are we handling it? How are we lifing with life as it's lifing?
Life is life.
Okay.
By the way, have you seen the movie Life? No. But, so, as you can tell, see, hold on, let me show y'all something. You see that girl in the orange right there, my cousin? And you see this girl right here in the purple? That's her daughter. So it's funny, it's funny. I remember when Latifah was running around in Pampers and everything, and life was life for Shawnetta. And life was life for me when I had this young man in the orange. That's my son. So it's a trip. 2 cousins and 2 cousins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's amazing, man. I love that. And we here today, and we talking about life. And speaking of life, Roberto Sanchez.
How do you feel? You gonna say my middle name like that?
Sanchez Roberto. You gotta let him.
Right.
So, my man, he's all. Hey, when I say he dedicated to the podcast, and I love it, man, because as it blows and grows, hey, you already know. So how has life been life for you, man? What do you feel about when you hear somebody say life be? If you ever heard the term life be life, what do you feel about the word or the term life be life?
Hey, like Chico said, it's all about the person. It can be good or bad. You know, it depends on the situation they going through at the time. Like you said, sometimes life be lifing. They joyful, having a time of their life. Life be lifing, bruh. You know, they going through a little bad situation at the moment. But me, I'm positive. No matter how life. You know, you gotta wake up the next day. You got a chance. God give you that chance to wake up. Yes. He wake you up. That means you still got work to do. You got another chance to make your life better than it was the day before. Yes. You got another chance to change your life around, you know what I'm saying, for the better. Yes. No matter if it's a little step, you know what I'm saying, that's still a step. Progress forward. So that's what it's about for me. You know, life, hey, you got to make the best of it. Because, hey, you could have went to sleep and didn't wake up. But if you got a chance to wake up that next day, that's the best thing going. That's the best thing. A lot of people don't understand that. You got a chance to wake up, and a million, billion people didn't get a chance to wake up. They said, hey, I'm going to do this tomorrow, and didn't wake up. You got a chance. God said, let them wake up. One more time. Life not over. I know it was bad this day, but I'm going to give them another chance to wake up and make it better the next day. Right. And when people they take it for granted. You got to make the best of it. Yeah, life might be life, but you got to wake up the next day, find something that motivates you to get you where you're going. Yes. Even if it's a baby step, you got to dig down deep, put it up out you. And say, hey, I got to live. I got breath in my body. I got the activity of my limbs. Right. I can do something to change my life because can't nobody change it for you. You got to do it yourself. You want better, you got to go out there and get it. You got to wake up. You got to find something that motivates you to go get it and use that, whatever positivity or whatever negative that happened in your life, find a silver lining out of that negativity, and then apply it to your life and make it positive.
Listen here, man. I want to say this now. When you open your church up, I'm gonna be the first one sitting in the first row of the audience, cause you almost made me cry, nigga. Shit. You almost made me cry. I ain't gonna do it though. My son right here, you ain't gonna do it. You better stop. You ain't gonna give me the cry. She ain't gonna do it.
That was motivational. That was coming from the gut. I was feeling it like.
Oh yeah.
Man, hey. Nah, for real though. Hey, that was deep though. I love that.
Yeah, that's
that's what you said. It was true. It was a lot of truth in that, and 100% truth in that. And I'm serious. Like my tears, like I started thinking about for real. Like a lot of friends of mine or people that I knew from the past that they're not here with us today. And it made me feel like man, like
How was that? I remember.
He ain't here today, or she ain't here today. I know a lot of people. I can think of 10 people off the top of my head that is not here today. And it's like, damn. Like, and I know one in particular that passed away in his sleep, my man Toothy. He's gone now. And that was, to me, as far, I don't know about anybody else from the hood, but he was a good guy to me, a good friend to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know about no bad, whatever this, that, this. All I know is that Toothy is not here today. And I'd be like, it make me want to well up and cry. But
yeah, I got
keep it moving.
I remember a cousin of mine, good health. It was when I was probably like 22. He probably like 26. Had a good party at his house. Him and his lady and kid, you know. He's in good health. Oh, cuz, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna sit in this chair and take a little nap. He sat in the chair, took a nap, didn't wake up. He was in good health. It was his time. You know what I'm saying? You never know when it's your time. So you gotta appreciate every moment, every second you get. That's why I tell people, I take it 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. Anything else is uncivilized. Cause hey, things can change like that. So I just take it 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. That's it. And I appreciate all.
Yes, definitely. I appreciate everything. I appreciate what I appreciate about life. Now, back then, I don't know if I was really like had this in my mind, but I appreciate the good, the bad. When I say the good, the bad, every lesson that comes with life. If it's bad, if it's something that I bumped my head, when I say bump my head, I mean I messed up and I did wrong. I appreciate it. It's a learning lesson.
You learn from it.
The good things, learning lessons. Bad things, learning lessons. And it's meant to me. Now we have our children here. I think that it's one of our main goals is to pass information along to them so they won't bump their heads as much. And then they lessen the problems with their children. And we still here, so we could teach their children, our grandchildren, and they can also teach their children, so they get a double dose of education of life. So you know, life is a mamma jamma. And Charlie P. Storm says, "My life been lifting for me." Oh, so my life been life. It said lifting, but I know it might mean lifing. My life been lifing for me. I got hit hard. This thing called life is unpredictable. No, she said lifting, but she probably mean lifing.
Yeah, we're sorry for you.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Sorry, keep your head up.
Yeah.
Keep going. No, this is all right. It's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Always.
Yes, sister.
No matter how hard, how times get hard, how hard it look, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
So, what do you got to say, babe? You got something you want to say?
I guess I was just gonna change the subject because we said today was an open discussion. So
we gonna hear that
we
north,
gonna
south,
go,
east,
we
west.
gonna be everywhere. We just gonna fly everywhere.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna ask everybody these questions. I mean, you don't have to say it if you don't want to. You can say pass. You know, I respect that or whatever. I just want to know, just dive in, just with to know if anyone, like, as far as like if anybody in like relationship wise, and how's it going? Or if you're looking for a relationship, or you in just your moment of loving yourself at the moment? What part? So I'm gonna start going around, and you can say pass. It's okay. So, Tifa, where you at in love life?
Well, my family know me. I'm an open book, so
I love open book people because I am too. I love it.
yes.
Tifa
all
always
good stuff.
inquire. She always would ask me, blase, blah, blase, blah. Like, what do you think about this and that? So, yeah, she's an open book. Yep.
Yes. You know, what's going on in your heart is so important. I mean, we all go through things, you know what I mean? And you can be there and say something that can help and uplift somebody else. But me personally, I'm in a season of it's time for me to love myself. That's the way that life is only gonna get better, is when you truly love yourself, because then you're gonna align yourself with your destiny, with where God is trying to take you. You can't not love yourself. You're gonna have that's when life be lifing. You're gonna have problems. You're gonna stay in those patterns that God wants you to break so bad. You know what I mean? And you just gonna continue to just go in a circle, go in circles. You know what I mean? You gotta go inside. You gotta go deep inside of yourself and say, what am I doing wrong? What needs to change? What needs to be transformed? What do I need to overcome? And I'm glad that I'm in that season, because I love love. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody. I've been attached, though. It ain't been the right kind of love.
Right.
And it ain't been healthy, and it's been toxic, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I'm drained, and I just want to focus on me, because I got to show my children. I got 2 girls, 11 and 7.
Yes.
If I don't
Very
love
respectable,
myself,
by the way.
if I don't love myself, they're not going to know how to love themselves.
And so because you're 34, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's good that you're learning that at that age, because I didn't know that at 34. I didn't, that something like that wouldn't even came across my mind. You know, it took me in my like 47 before I realized I need to love me. Like, it's like God hit me one day and said, you need to love you. You need to love you. I didn't know it was a such thing that you're supposed to love yourself. Because we just, you know, and I say this all the time too, but we supposed to love ourselves. We so used to thinking somebody supposed to love us and we love them. I never was taught that I'm supposed to love myself. So it's like God told me one day, like, love you. Love you. You didn't did enough loving. You didn't did enough loving trying to love everybody.
Right.
But what about you? Yes. Now you got to love you. So when I went through a moment, you know, when I was 47, and I just started loving on me. I'm like, I like me. I didn't even know I could love me and like myself. Like, I really like being single, and I found that time to figure out things I like. Because, you know, when you're in a relationship, you want to know what they like, trying to make them happy, do with them, you know. But once that hit me, I was like, I like me.
Yes.
I started doing a lot of things for myself that I didn't even know that I like to do, and things, you know. All type of stuff. So once I really was in that mental space of loving myself and just truly, truly loving myself and not trying to love nobody else and trying to be in a relationship, I just was so relaxed and just having fun and enjoying myself. And then all of a sudden, just unexpected. And that's what you call unexpected blessings.
Yeah.
And then unexpectedly, I didn't know I was going to be with him. I knew one day I would get married again, but I didn't think that soon. And then it was like an unexpected blessing. Like, he came full force to me. Like, just, I mean, making me happy, and just, we was having a ball. Just like everything. Like, I mean, he was a man of his word, and he was true.
You manifested that. You attracted that.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Absolutely.
And it's called law of attraction.
That's it.
It's called law of attraction. Yes. And it is. You attract what you allow. So I had to learn that too. If you allow a person to constantly do this to you, you're gonna keep attracting it because you allowing it. It's like you put it out there in the universe, you allowing this person to do this to you. But and that's what I did. I just, I was like loving myself, and anybody else that came, because I was loving myself, and I was like happy from the inside, not just smiling from the outside. My soul, my spirit was so happy, and it was like it couldn't contract nobody else but to come and make me to be happy with me. Because if he would have came along and disrupt my happiness, then it wouldn't be in us. because I was there. I wasn't desperate.
Exactly.
I wasn't desperate. I wasn't desperate for a relationship. I had been in a relationship and married for 19 years. I wasn't out here just looking for somebody.
Right.
You know how sometimes some people, be desperate and they just get. I didn't have to marry him, be desperate and want to marry him so soon. It was the attraction. He true to himself and his energy. It was that energy.
It's the energy.
It was that energy because the first marriage was toxic. It was toxic. I mean, I truly, and I'm not just saying it because I'm not in that marriage. Sometimes people say little stuff. No, it truly was a toxic marriage. But I kept allowing it and allowing the years to keep adding up. So I truly knew that God had brought him to me because I wasn't looking. I didn't need nobody.
I love that.
How you doing? How you
Love
doing?
that.
You can do it. Go ahead. Don't worry about us.
Don't worry about
We just
us.
yapping away. We just yapping. That's
So good. So I it wasn't like I was just, like I said, I wasn't desperate, So when he came along, I was, first I had my defense up, and it's like, God, like, put him down.
Yeah.
So I knew God had brought him to me. So that's how I feel like what you said, that loving yourself in that moment. Yes, stay in that moment for a minute.
Yes.
Stay in it. Stay in it stay in it, because God coming and he going to bring you that person. I'm telling you, he going to bring it.
That's
But
the
if
plan,
we keep
too.
allowing all that toxic stuff, you're going to keep
No,
attracting
ma'am.
it.
Yep.
Ma'am.
So,
I'm glad you're working on yourself. I'm glad you're working on
that's
yourself,
good.
Chief.
So at 34, so I applaud you for that, because like I said, I couldn't even wrap my head around to even say those words. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's
don't know
good.
where I was at.
That's
34? Let me see. 34? I was not, my mind wasn't wrapped around nothing but a pole. But Mr. Jordan Jr.,
So
if that's okay. So how do you feel about the topic that we're discussing at the moment? What is your, what are we talking about?
we just talking about where you at as far as in your love life. Are you
Where you at in your love life?
If you looking for love, or are
Yes.
you in a relationship, or are you just loving you at this moment?
I don't even know. Honestly, for real.
See, yeah, I'm saying like,
Because for real.
have you thought
like,
about working on yourself? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, y'all, they both just pretty much hit it on the nail as far as the toxic side. Like, you pretty much know that situation, and it'd be real toxic. It get bad, but in the process of that, it's kind of been hard to like unlearn them toxic traits for real. So I just really been trying to focus on loving myself, because I'm an over lover for real. I think, and I get to loving you more than I love myself. And what y'all both just said is like, shit, you need to learn to love yourself, because it'll get draining trying to pour into a person that ain't even pouring into you.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'm in a relationship. I don't know if I'm not, but I ain't worried about one right now either. So
Yeah, so
it sounds crazy, but
No, I'm with you.
I really
you
don't know.
really to really get to where you need to be. To me, I don't have all the answers and anything like that, but I do know. Like I feel like that in order to get to where you need to be, as far as it's basically with anything. Like when you learn to love yourself, you learn about like the financial situation, relationships. Definitely, you learn what you're gonna accept, what you're not gonna accept, because you could get lost in lusts.
Man.
You can get lost in giving too much to somebody that you totally forgot. You trying your best to make them happy, and you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, or something that you're doing everything that I'm not gonna say a normal person, but a person that accepts your love with love. Like what she just said, like her thing was her first marriage was toxic, right? So I don't know the particulars about 100% about what he gave and what he reflected, but I do know some stories, and I know I just be like, I really be like, I don't even want to hear it because it sounds disgusting. It sounds crazy. Like, really? He was like that? It's crazy.
When you be in a relationship though, like you can know like that the situation bad for you. It just be the point that you don't be wanting to like learn nobody else new. You so comfortable and content with somebody or the person that you've been with, you know, and you ain't got the energy to even go out and even try to get something that's better for you, that could be possibly better than what you dealing with, you feel me? But you just be so comfortable with who you dealing with, is like, man.
So that's where When you, because I'm like that too. I don't want to learn nobody over. I'm cool. I don't want to keep learning nobody. It takes you know how long it takes to learn somebody? So that's why you need to take a break and learn yourself. Then when you go into your next, or when God delivers your next relationship or your next person to you, you will know. You'll know off the rip, because God gonna have it in your heart like, this is it right here. Like I ain't waste. I swear. I promise you. I've never been. I'm gonna say this so quick to like be boom, like, cause it's just like the connection was like boom. I felt it like this person is real. Like she really loves me. Like she ain't loving me for this and that. She loved me because she loved herself.
Yeah.
I ain't even know she's working on herself or nothing like that. I wasn't like looking at her. Let me see what she's doing today on Facebook. Let me see if she's doing this. Let me see. Oh yeah, she loving herself. Yeah, I could get into that. Nah, I was just doing my thing, and we was like going out as friends, not going out to let me see what I got to do to get her in bed. None of that stuff. We was just going out like really like just you want to go out there and we just going out, have a drink or go shoot some pool, go bar hopping, just like tripping and chilling. And I was learning myself. I was like learning myself, taking time out for myself, and she was already doing it. I didn't even know it. But I think by the time that she did, she was like introducing herself to me on the level of expectations. She had already been in the process long of learning herself. Like she had some time spent with herself. Like, yeah, I know what I want now.
Yeah.
And God sent her to me and sent me to her. And now we're here today sending us to you. So
Coming up on 1 year marriage.
you need to learn. You need to take time out to learn yourself. And sometimes you don't want to. It's kind of hard when people telling you blah 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 blah. You got to hear it from God, because we could tell you all day of my story, her story, their story, and He can preach from the pit, the pool pit, or whatever you call it, and you won't get it. But when you take time out to hear God and sit with yourself and say, you know what, let me just meditate, let me just whatever I gotta do to learn myself. I'm not about to mess with this girl because she got a banging body, she got a nice smile, she laughs so sweet. None of that. Take time out for yourself.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
trash.
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing.
It don't mean, I'm not gonna say it don't mean nothing, but it shouldn't be the 100% thing like, oh, she cute, she got a, big, whatever, this, that. So you gotta take time out for yourself, man. That's when you truly value yourself for the next person, and you will truly value that person, her information, her vibe. You'll truly value that. Now somebody that's telling you like,
I think I'm gonna be cool.
yeah,
I don't think I want a relationship for real. Honestly, I feel like I move and maneuver better single and alone.
so basically why you feel like that, just learn yourself, because you need somebody to complete your life. I ain't gonna lie.
And it's good that you're right to have that companion, because having a companion is good, because I love companion, but it have to be the right companion. And then just what you just saying, like right now you don't feel like you want to be in a relationship, and that singleness, that is like I said, at your age I wouldn't even wrap my head around that. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud y'all for saying that and understanding that at 47 that I needed that. Like y'all, I wish I had known earlier when I was y'all age that I needed that. I needed that single time. It's okay to be single. Like, why get with somebody who gonna disrupt your life? Why get with somebody that you around that gonna mess up your mood? Like, cause when you with somebody, their mood is your mood. Cause their mood gonna affect your mood. So it's good that y'all getting it now, because it's okay to be by yourself. That don't make you less of a person because you single. Mm-hmm. It took me, like I said, 47 to get it. That was a very late in age. But it's okay to be single. You don't have to be with somebody. Another human being going to affect you. They're going to affect your whole attitude, your change, So don't let another human being make you upset like every day. I know people go through, like with me and him, we always say, we're not even trying to not have arguments. We just don't have them. Okay. We just don't have them. We respect each other enough to talk about things, to discuss it. We don't always agree on everything, but we know how to talk to each other. It's about how you respect somebody and talk to somebody. You don't have to be, because you don't agree with me, you got to go off on me because we're not agreeing on the same. We two different people.
Some people don't be in relationships long enough to even know how to talk to their partner.
Oh.
Right. Right. And when they do that, And my thing too, I'm a strong believer in marriage. Too, when you in a relationship, and everybody don't believe in marriage. It's just me, my own opinion. But once you do get in a relationship and then you marry, God blesses that relationship. God blesses it. He truly blessed that relationship. If you ask God to come to bring y'all on one accord and join that union, it's powerful. But some people don't understand. They don't believe in it. They just, they just be like and that marriage ain't for everybody. And they think it's just a piece of paper, but it's more than a piece of paper because I feel like if a person can't go before God for you,
Say that.
that right there tell you right
Say
there.
that. That's the truth.
That right there tell you alone. But that's just how I think. Everybody don't feel like that, but I really feel like that. If a person can't go before God for me, that speaks volumes.
I want to say thank you for saying that, like just saying that to us, like, that we trying to be, on the right path. But I want to encourage you, though, that even though things happen later on, in your mind, God knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Everything you was going through up until that point.
Right.
And then you met my big cousin Tico, like it was all perfect timing, divine timing.
Exactly.
They say.
Right.
So it all worked out. So yeah, don't even worry about the age or nothing. It all worked out. You know what I'm saying? That's just the beauty of life too. That I've come to realize is that everything has a time.
Right.
And it ain't no need to stress. So the life be life, and we need to realize is that it don't even matter because everything is meant to be that we experience, but we also create our realities as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And I realized that. If you keep it's all about mindset. But we're gonna talk about that in a minute if you want to. But yes.
We talk about everything today. We
talk
talk
about
about
that?
everything.
We can talk about that.
Any and everything you want to talk about, we're talking about it.
That's why it's so vital to remain positive, because if you being negative, you ain't doing nothing but attracting more negativity to you. So, I ain't got no money today. Okay, well, you gonna continue to not have no money tomorrow. But if you go ahead and be like, you know what, God is gonna do this, you gonna give it to God. Actually, go ahead and pray, give it to Him, and then you go ahead and stay positive, because the energy you putting out into the universe. It ain't gonna do nothing but just be like, okay, you gonna put out lack energy. Well, you gonna continue to lack. You gonna go ahead and put out abundance energy and be grateful for where you are today, right now, and I'll go ahead and bless you tomorrow because you know that I got you. It's all about surrendering and knowing that God got me, because He right here in my heart.
Yes.
So I'm seeing now, I'm just like, I'm trying to get it together for my girls, boy, because I don't want them to go through the things that I've been through. I need them to thrive every day. I don't want them to go through that with a man and trying to get somebody to love them because they're not loving themselves and putting themselves first and putting God first. I just can't. I don't want them to experience these things. So I have to tighten up today, right now.
Absolutely.
Thank you for my mother too. She told me a lot.
I'm just down here cheesing. Listen to God. Just answering prayers. I'm not in a relationship. Definitely loving myself and enjoying it. Also focused on building my relationship with God, because that's something like I had always been in relationships and I'd never been single. Throughout those times, it just hindered me being able to really build a relationship with God, because being in a relationship, your focus is on that man and that relationship. And so what I found when I found myself single, what I found is that it really opened up the door and the time and the space for me to be able to build a relationship with God as I'm loving myself and loving Him. So not in a relationship, as I said, but I'm open to it at this point in time. It's been a good period of time, so I'm open to it. And if and when it happens, it happens. Yeah.
It will.
Mr. Roberto. Mr. Roberto. Yeah. Where you at, buddy?
Where you at?
He said, "Oh, I'm in Tennessee right now, babe."
Well, I am in a relationship, you know, and it's great. It feels good to have a person that gives you the same energy back, that feeds your soul. You know what I'm saying? That compliment you. You know what I'm saying? That builds you up just as much as you build them up. You know what I'm talking about? They want to be around you just as much as you want to be around them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. It's a blessing, you know? And that's what she do for me. You know, she do for me just, when I ain't even thinking about things, she just, I got that for you. You know what I'm saying? I be at work, she's pop up with the lunch. Or pop up with the breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even, hold on, wait a minute.
Right.
Don't even ask. She just, here you go, babe, I got you this. You know, what? Or she come to work, I got you something, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Or just little sweet nothings, love tokens, you know what I'm saying, that I'm used to doing for people who I'm in a relationship with them. She doing it for me. And I ain't got to ask. I said, hold on, God, wait a minute. It's what it is. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hold on. And I gotta keep showing appreciation. Because I don't want him to take it away. He will take it away if you don't appreciate it. Right. So I said, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, God. Hold on. So, you know what I'm saying? We learning each other, we building, but I'm also learning myself.
Yeah.
I do therapy every Tuesday. I go to counseling every Tuesday for myself. Did nobody ask me to do it? I've been through so much. I said, it's time. Because I was wound up. So I got to go talk to somebody. And I sit down. And I recommend black people go to counseling.
Yeah.
Go to get it. It helps. Now, when you first go, yeah, it can be overwhelming. But as you go and as you release, oh my God, you gain a sense of empowerment. You gain a sense of your feet planted on solid ground. And you match that with God, hey, oh my God. Yes. It's a powerful energy like no other. You know what I'm saying? You crying to him, he gonna give you strength. You're going to therapy, you know? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. That you learn to, like you said, get back to, like you said, loving yourself, doing things that treat for self-care, self-love, self-energy to yourself. It can be just little things. And that's all it takes. I love it. I go every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Don't miss. You feel me? I recommend counseling, therapy. If you feel like you can't talk to nobody, you can't sit down and just get out what you holding on. Right. Because it'll weigh you down and it'll tear you up. It will weigh you down. Sit down, talk to somebody.
That's good. That's good.
I'm telling you, so I do this and I love myself so much.
That's powerful. I love myself. It's very powerful.
And that helped me love other people because I'm a loving person.
Right.
Yeah. So I know I got a lot of love to give. So by me going there and I get to shed whatever's on my back, you feel me? I walk out feeling more empowered, like, yeah. And I can share my love and inspire people. Yeah. Go sit down, talk to somebody, love on yourself. I don't care if it's the littlest thing. Do it. And I guarantee stuff start changing around in your life.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Stuff will start changing. Stuff will start moving one step at a time in the right direction. When you just start talking and releasing what's on the inside.
That's the key.
Black people hold it in so much. Didn't nobody tell me to go to counseling. I just went myself.
Oh, you went yourself?
I went myself. I said I need it.
Wow.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was on that verge.
Right.
So I went.
Yeah. That's good, brother. That's good, man. It's good.
Because I'm telling you, I didn't go to counseling, but me, I always, not saying nobody don't have, everybody has a personal relationship with God. And I built a relationship with God when I was 10 years old. And I can remember the day I built that relationship. So I always knew I had this personal relationship with God. So a lot of people think too, like I always, my friends or family people probably always think I'm strong, but I too be weak too. I went through a rough time in 2019. You take it where I had just got out of 2019. I had just got out of a 19-year toxic marriage. 6 months later, my mama died. My best friend. I'm talking. I know everybody relationships with their parents and their mamas or whatever. You couldn't take me and my mama apart. We were like glued to each other. With my mom and dad, I lost it. I never understood. I was one that never understood when people say they depressed. Because I used to be like, why are you depressed? Well, life ain't that hard. Because I always had that relationship with God, so I knew God was bringing me over. But I would always be like, people say they depressed. Life is not really that hard. But 2019, I experienced depression. I knew exactly what people was going through when they say they were depressed. I was depressed. I owned a shoe store. I didn't even care about my shoe store. Something I built. When I tell y'all, I work sleepless hours to build that shoe store by myself. Had a husband. He ain't help, wasn't supportive. Never even came to my shoe store while I was being built. Tell y'all something. I worked hours. I used to work with him. I used to have him working all those hours just to keep me at work from 7 to 11 at night. Many hours. I built my shoe store.
Yes.
Put money, had people come and do electrician, do this, do that. I'm putting out money. I opened that shoe store. My mom passed away. I ain't care about that shoe store. I ain't care. And I was happy building that shoe store. I was depressed. I was like, you can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. So now I get when people say they're depressed. So I feel like that I didn't get counseling, but the best thing I think that, unfortunately, my mom didn't die over COVID because she passed before COVID came about. It was no such thing to COVID because she had passed July of 2019. COVID came around 2020. So I think my healing process was when COVID hit, I caught COVID, and I caught it bad. But after COVID hit, I said, my friend, she was like, you need to do some traveling, nursing with me. I think that was the best thing that could have happened because that was really 6 months after my mom passed. I left Cincinnati, and I stayed gone for 2 years, just traveling. And it was times I would be in them hotel rooms after getting off of work in a different city, not seeing people that I know, and it just gave me a good atmosphere, a different atmosphere, different scenery of things, and had my mind change and shift. So I believe in too, shifting the mind. When you get in those areas, you gotta shift your mind. So I think I shift my mind. My mind was shifted because I think if I would have stayed here, I think I wouldn't came out of that depression. But I think God led me to go travel, to go, do the traveling nursing and, to be gone for those 2 years. And that's how I got over my depression. But I do say depression is real. It's real, and I found it, and I got it. It hit me out of nowhere, boom, lights went out. I was always a happy, even in that toxic marriage, I could be working with people, you would never know. I just kind of work every day, happy. Nobody never knew I was going through nothing at home. Not even my closest friends knew I was going through that until it was over, because I'm a strong believer, what goes on in my house, stay in my house. You ain't have to be, even my closest friends I talk to every day, they ain't know I was going through that. Not that I was embarrassed of it. it's just nobody's business. Because I feel like sometimes people tell what goes on in their house, but they still with them. So what you telling people for? Just to get you not to like them and this and this and this, and then you stand with them? So I was always a strong believer. What goes in my house, stay in my house. But when I let it out, you best believe I was done. If I'm gonna tell you, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
If anybody gonna know, I'm done. But I maneuver around that depression, and I just feel like you got to shift the mind.
The biggest.
You have to shift the mind when you're into a depression. You have to shift that mind.
I tell people all the time that I feel like one of the biggest misconceptions is strong people don't hurt, don't get weak, don't break down.
Yeah, that's
But we do. We do. You know what I'm saying? And we may not do it as often as somebody that's not as strong as us, but we do. Yeah. We need, you know what I'm saying, somebody, and I don't say hold you down. I say somebody to hold us up. I say hold us up in the time of weakness, because somebody can hold you down. It's negative. To me, that's negative. Don't hold me down. I'm already weak. My legs is weak. I'm about to fall. Hold me up. Don't hold me down. When I get weak and my legs weak and I'm about to fall, I need you to stand in like a block to hold me up until my legs get back strong again to where I can hold myself up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, hey, even though times get hard and people get weak, you have to keep a positive mind about stuff. Like you said, depression is real. Mental stuff is real.
It's very real.
And if you got, I don't care if it's a person that's speaking, they can be playing and be negative. Right. Nah, get them away. Man. Right. Nah, because you hang around, you hang around negative people, you're gonna start thinking and doing negative. You hang around positive people, you're gonna start thinking and doing positive.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
I don't even care. And have people in your circle that's gonna be your number one cheerleader. Be cheer you on. I don't care what it is. They encourage you and they gonna cheer you on.
Yes.
About whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they gonna hold you up. Right. Instead of like I turn it around. Don't hold me down. Nah, hold me up, baby.
Right.
Because if I get weak, I need somebody to stand there, hold me. So just for a quick second, just hold me up. Yeah. And then after that, I got it. I'm gonna step in and go on, be the silverback that I am. You feel me?
Yes.
And make it happen. Because, but at that time of weekend, I need you. Yes. And people say, oh, I don't need nobody. Yeah, everybody needs somebody.
Everybody needs somebody.
Everybody needs somebody. Everybody helped you get to somewhere. Everybody helped you get to a place that you at. Somebody helped you. I don't care if they gave you a little word of encouragement. They gave you a little kick in the butt. You needed that extra to get there. Man. So everybody needs somebody.
Support, definitely. You definitely need that extra support, man. I can't say it enough. Like when you find yourself, God will send you somebody in your life that will be like you said. Your support holds you up when you need to be held up. Hold you down if I need to be held down. But I need to be held up.
Held up.
Cause there's a lot going on. Cause life be lifing.
Life be life.
Now my sister's on her comment and she says, hold on, let me go to a comment. And it was two things she said. One is it says it's all about God's love and loving one another. If you don't have the love of God, you have nothing. And she said, God gives us all we need to have clear understanding with self-love. Yeah. And then this one right here, this what I let me see, you can talk to God. What was the other one that she said? Yes. Now this what I like what she said. She said it's hard to love someone if you never knew love or received love. Now that's deep. And that's really true.
It is true.
So I'm looking at you and your situation now. She probably had that going on. Everybody probably, I'm quite sure everybody had that going on. But when you say what you said, you know, it's hard to love someone if you never knew love or receive love. So right now, I get the sense when you're talking about what's like where you at right now, you're not receiving love. It's not reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? And you giving all you got, but you don't even know if it's right or wrong because they really on the real tip, they're not really letting you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So they're not letting you know what's going on. So you don't know. Like she said, you don't know. You know, if you don't know love, you know what's going on. It's hard to give it or receive it.
Right.
You can give it and be like, I wonder if she like this. You give her roses. You giving her roses from the heart, not because you saw everybody on Friday at the corner store getting roses from the dude on the corner, but you give it from your heart, and you don't know if it's right or wrong because she might throw it over in the pile of roses, and you like, I don't know if that's. So yeah, you know what she said is really, really strong. It's really true. But we
What did I miss?
you missed a lot, baby.
Okay.
Somebody got into a fight on Facebook, and we watched the whole thing. Nah, but we was just talking about love. I mentioned a couple of comments that Phyllis said, and they was kind of deep. They was kind of touching home. But especially with what Tigo was saying. But I want to ask. We're gonna segue into something else. It's kind of like I'm jumping from here, and I got a couple of things listed. But so now I want to ask this question. This is what I want to ask Latifah. I want to ask Latifah and Tico. Now, when y'all was younger. Y'all was coming up, little boys, little girls. I want a Spider-Man, whatever. Now, y'all have kids of y'all own, right? So, given that you've heard some things that we said, you might have thought we was bickering and complaining, like, oh my gosh, she's saying this again. Now you have a child. So, how's it been raising your child so far? Like, is it like what we said it was gonna be? Is it like I understand what they're saying now? Or is you like, man, oh man, this ain't nothing what I thought it was gonna be? Where you at, Tico?
I ain't gonna lie, it's easy for me for real.
Or is it easy?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Latifah, no, it's easy. What's so easy about it?
I don't really have no complaints for real.
Cause let me tell you what you just said the other day. When I said bring Mason to blah blah blah, you said you keep on acting up at school, I ain't bringing them to nothing.
I ain't tripping about that, but just for the most part, like as far as raising a kid, that ain't hard. That's just basic common sense for real. Like the same way you would take care of your farm, you would take care of a dog or a fish or a purse you like or a wig you like. It's the same thing. You feel me? Like,
No, I don't feel you, bro.
take care of it.
I don't feel you on that one. I don't feel you.
It's not hard though. Like
It ain't hard if you don't make it hard, but
I got a son. Listen, I ain't got no baby mama problems. I'm not on child support. I don't have to hear her mouth. I don't have to hear her complain or none of that. I got my son 24/7, and he stay with me. You feel me? So it's different. You feel me? Like when you on the end of being the person that gotta come through and get your son on the weekend, or you gotta talk to him through a phone or something, versus you having your son all the time, or and you basically in the role of the mama for real. But you just a male. It ain't hard raising a son to me. Like it's fun. It's like a little mini me. Like he might get on my nerves here or there. Like you feel me, but I could be talking stuff for the most part. Like how I was telling you. Like I ain't bringing him. Like but if it came down to it, he gonna be right with me. You feel me?
Right.
It ain't nowhere else you can go for real. Like I'm the one. You feel me? So it's fun. Like it could get.
how does it?
Can I chime in?
Go ahead. Yeah, I want it. Go ahead.
I can see what he's saying because he's saying he's a single parent and he's the father. And it's more so just for, the young black man anyway. So like he said, and he don't have to call because his son live with him. So he don't have to be calling and hearing her nagging baby mama. He don't have to be like, oh, you didn't do this for him. You ain't seeing him. He don't have to go through none of that because a lot of young black men go through that. If sometimes the woman, if the girls is not gonna let you because she heard you messing with somebody, so you don't get to see your kids today. So I can see where he's saying.
Yeah, I've been through that with his mom. Oh, go ahead.
He got his child. He lived with him, so I get that. Like it's easy. He don't have to hear all that stuff.
It's easy.
He don't have to hear the baby mama saying,
right.
"Oh, you gotta buy him this. You gotta go do."
The only thing that make it hard, if it's a guy, I can't really say for a female for real. But like as far as dudes, I think guys be saying stuff hard because they be wanting to be in the mix for real. They want to go out and do stuff like you feel me. They want to go be here and there and be up under this female. Like I ain't real easily amused by no clubs or nothing like that. So me sitting in the house and being with my son or having to go to work and come back to him, that's a normal thing for me. Like I've never been into a clubs or the club scenes or going to be out and running the streets or nothing. You feel me? So that's just my thing. So that's why it's easy because it's coming natural. Like it's just like hanging with one of my little my peoples or something.
Say that it's
Like,
easy.
my little dog. Like I ain't even when he was staying with his mama. He was with me every day for real. I seen her talk to him every day. Like the most I probably didn't see my son was my shift at work, and then he right back with me. So it ain't no difference. So for me, it's easy.
How's Mason with like being with you so much rather than mom all the time?
At first in the beginning, like when he was like fully staying with me for real. You know, you were here. I don't want my mama. When my mama coming to get me, cause he ain't really
right.
the transition for real.
Yeah.
Like you hearing it and you knowing like I'm about to have to be staying with my daddy, but he
don't really
ain't
understand what's
on.
up with it.
But so in the beginning, like it's like, oh, I miss my mama. You want to talk to her and da. But then it's like now he be.
It's just a normal thing. Like
it's just normal. Like he'll call and check on him. He can get out of school, call his mama, FaceTime her or something, text his brother, try to FaceTime his brother. Or he'll call his little siblings, they on FaceTime playing Roblox or something like. So they kind of communicate on that note. Probably through his other siblings, he might holler at her or something. But I don't really know. Like I really let him do the talking and stuff like that. I don't really call her. I don't have to call her for nothing.
Right.
Got her number.
So you don't be like, what's your mama? What she say she was doing? No. Like the woman be like, what's your daddy talking about? What he say? Yeah.
Right.
I feel like
You ain't asking. I told you to ask him about the shoes before y'all
I don't care nothing about what she doing. She can have fun. She can live her best life or whatever she got to do. Cause I know what I signed up for. So
I feel like
there's been times I done told her like she'll be trying to come get him, and I tell her like, nah, he's staying with me for a whole nother week. Like, go have fun. Go do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Get you a break. Go. You been working or whatever. Like, I'm gonna keep him for 30 days, or I'll keep him for 60.
Yeah.
That's the type of dude I am, you feel me, when it come to my son.
So I raised you well. That's good, son. I'm so glad I raised you like that, boy.
I feel like
it's easy. I think it'd be harder on females for a lot of reasons, but just for the most part.
What you think, Tifa? What you think? He said it'd be harder on females.
I feel like
I love what my cousin just spoke, man. I tell you right now, I'm so glad we family because that's beautiful. Everything he just said.
Yeah.
And like his perspective on it is beautiful because it's just like if he gonna view like being a father is not hard, it's not gonna be hard.
Right.
That's what we gotta realize. All these people just always complaining like, oh, I gotta do this for my kid, I gotta do that. Okay, yeah, well, you're making it hard for yourself. And the way he looking at it, like, is wonderful. And me, like you said from what you asked from the beginning, like, as far as my mother, she taught me right because I didn't see it at first, though.
Ah,
As far as the energy you putting out, like, I've been an overthinker, like, for a long time.
You do overprocess, yeah. You do. You're an overprocessor, but it's cool, though, because I am, too.
I'm rebuking that
Chico
right now
is too.
because
to calm his overthinking.
Yeah. Chico be overthinking too. Yeah.
Listen, and I meditate now, and it's wonderful. It's doing wonders for me because you gotta quiet your mind. You have to, and it can be challenging, and everybody.
You watch a lot of TV and stuff like that?
Not for real.
Because I meditate too, and you, like she said, you gotta quiet your mind. People don't know how to, but it's a such thing. You can quiet your mind. You can bring it down.
Yeah.
I probably watch TV maybe.
My thoughts be trying to tell my thoughts to be quiet, and them thoughts be telling them thoughts to be quiet.
Damn.
But you can be, and like that's why I say a lot of TV too, a lot of TV watching and whatever, which I do be on Facebook a lot, but sometimes too, I get on there and post and probably don't even get back on there. I post a lot too. But when I'm in my meditation moment and I can quiet my mind, I probably watch TV maybe 5 hours out of the month.
That's true. I can
5
vouch that.
hours
I can
out
vouch.
of a month.
Yes. I can vouch
That's
for
how
that.
much TV I watch.
Yes.
Because even the TV and stuff, energy can get into your spirit. It can get into your spirit. I mean, a lot of that, like the love and hip hop, the land and this and that, a lot of that can get in your spirit.
Yeah.
I don't want to get that type of energy in my spirit. So you got to be, for your own self and mindful of your own mind. You got to watch things that you watch and all that. You have to, because even like, you sleeping at night and the TV on, you can jump up just from noise and, just getting that energy into your spirit. So you do have to learn a way to quiet the mind. So it is a such thing, and that meditation is powerful. That mind, when you quiet that mind, you can start thinking of all type of stuff you wouldn't even think your brain could even open
Exercise is great. Exercise is great. But meditating is so important because you aligning yourself with your heart, and that's where your God powerful energy lies. Like you aligning yourself with God. And so when you do that, you attracting like what God wants to bring to you, what you are destined for here on this earth. Like it's so many distractions. Like that's why it's important to quiet your mind, because of the distractions. Like everything,
Which is so many of them, right?
It's
Yeah.
so much.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so
many.
many of
So
them.
much.
That's
feel like-
I'm sorry. Just like with him, for some reason, he had started getting into this politics stuff. And he had started watching, and he would be like ready to be listening to it, like, but I had noticed it was like he was getting upset over a lot of stuff. Like literally, like the more he watch it, the more he getting upset. And I'm cringing like, if he just don't tell me. Like he
Right.
had really started getting into it, into this politics stuff. Like, and that Roland Martin guy really get your energy. And
Oh, man,
he
Roland,
watch
that's my
him,
boy.
and he,
That's
and
my boy.
wait, and that person can become. You can start feeding off of their energy. And I was watching him. The more he watched that Roland Martin, the angrier he would get. He would get. But he haven't in a while, and I'm noticing the calmness in him because he haven't been watching in a while. But the more he was watching it, he would get frustrated, like just his energy, like he mad.
Then I gotta go drive the school bus, and it gets really.
Yeah, with the kids.
These some.
So it's just like you gotta quiet that mind. You can't like let other people energy just because you feeding into it. You're like it's sucking
That's
you
true, though.
in. You watching that. Roland Martin, like he was glued to it, but it was making him just get real agitated, and so it is about quieting the mind. The mind, you have to quiet that mind, and you can't let another human being get you.
And when we was in Tennessee, I ain't watched TV one time, and it was so soothing and relaxing. When we went on the show, that's why I say Tico and Jay and Rissa and really all of them would have came, man. Latifah, I'm telling you, she was chilling.
Yeah.
She was doing major chillage, if that's a word, chillage.
Meditating.
Yeah.
She was meditating.
Watching that. You did a lot of meditating in Tennessee, yes.
It was,
did a lot
but
of
we gonna do it again though. We gonna do it again. It's gonna be nice.
Rocks over there.
Oh, don't you?
Oh, where your rock? Show one of your rocks, Steve. Let me see your rock. Let me see one of your rocks.
Small city.
That's your meditation rock.
Got them crisp.
Yeah.
What they represent? What they represent?
Just good energy. This soda light. This is good.
Show that
like,
one, yeah.
communication, good love,
Show
energy, and
that to the
communication.
camera. That's good love. You see that? What's that?
Yes, and this is clear quartz. This is just take away the negative energies.
Grill with that in there.
You know what? I'm done with you.
Right.
Just it takes all negative energy out of your space and out of your aura.
What's the other one?
This one is another citrine. This is really like a ring for real. I wanted to bring my other ones. I got some more. My citrine ring.
So you wear that all the time? That one right there all the time?
I keep them with me at work. I work in the office, so it's important for me to.
Do they really? Do you feel like they really?
I really do. I don't want to and I know some people look at it like, oh, like you believe in God, but like why you? It ain't like I'm praising the
Right,
Christians.
right.
It's just like I believe like okay, God put this here on the earth.
It's a little something extra.
And so it was just like, yeah, God is like, okay, well, yeah, some things, some elements can provide that positive, that energy.
Yeah.
And everything is energy. So if it's good energy, okay, yeah, I want to keep it close to me.
Yeah.
You know, protect my space. But yeah, absolutely. If you work in the office, you understand, you know, it's vital. And
I might need to carry some of those on the school bus with me. For real, because I need all type of rocks. I'm going to have a whole bus full of rocks like these Good God Almighty, Lord Jesus, give me some rocks, please. And not the kind of the smoke. I don't need the smoking rocks.
Right. Okay.
Let me say that
Right.
I be throwing the rocks at the kids.
Misusing them.
Throwing them at the kids. Yeah. What you got?
let me say that I'm proud of you, brother.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Proud of you. I ain't that much older than you. You know, you 30. I'm in my latter years. I'm at the end. You feel me? I'm at the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the end. You feel me? My last little couple months. Okay. You feel me? I ain't ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But on some seriousness though, I'm proud of you. I feel like the parent thing is more of a mindset and the spiritual set. Everybody can't be no parent. Man. Everybody ain't they have kids, but kids ain't for everybody.
Man, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew at 10 I wanted a big family. And I was gonna be a great father because I didn't have one. I got one, but it ain't in my life now. But growing up from 0 to I was 30, you know, I had to bump my head and find a way. And I knew when I had my own kids that I was gonna be there every step of the way.
Man, I'm talking about.
And I had to, but I didn't get showed that. I got showed all the other stuff,
Right.
the negative stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what it make you want to do.
And I made a choice. And I tell people, I think God just made me this way. I knew how I felt not to have a father, not to have people come to games and this and that. So I knew I didn't want my kids to have that feeling. Right. And I don't hang with people that don't take care of their kids.
Man,
I don't hang with men that don't take care. Every one of my brothers I hang with, we all got custody of our kids. I just bring my kids to work with me. Because they mother, I ain't never went through that baby mama drama. Oh, she holding the kids from me neither.
man.
Because I told her, I ain't having none of that. I'm gonna be in my kids' life. I'm there every step of the way. I knew my kids' birth, this and that, better than she did. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I didn't get learned that. Didn't nobody teach me that. I ain't had no father to say, this is how you be a good father.
Right.
This is how you do. I just went off my own experience and said, I don't want my kids to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I got to be there every step of the way. Yeah, I bumped my head now, but I was there. You know what I'm saying? And hey, my kids are great.
To learn lessons, man.
So, you know, like I said, and best thing, like I said, I did, I don't hang around dudes. You come around me and say you don't take care of your kids, you don't see your kids, I'm gonna talk about you. Yeah. I'm gonna make you feel bad that you're gonna go start seeing your kids. Yeah. I don't hang around dudes that don't take care of their kids. Because I take care of my kids. I'm gonna hang around dudes who don't take care of your kids. I take care of my kids. Right. What you mean? What can you teach me? Right. Man. What you mean? Get from around me with all that. So, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? I set up with my kids. Mother had to understand it. We talked. Hey, this is how we gonna do this. Yeah. How I was raised, I made sure my kids wasn't raised like that. They got a little bit of it, but not. I had an emphasis. I made sure I never put my kids off on other people.
Man.
Right. Never. Oh, my kids go around my mother. She bombed everything. Why? Because she never had to watch them. Right. My sisters them bound stuff. They 19 and about to be 17. My son about in the military. Yeah. about to be at UC to be a pediatrician. My daughter in college to be a pharmacist, photographer and an artist right now. She had 17. She in college. I'm like, nah, and I made sure, I'm doing this my way, different. You know what I'm saying? You made up in your mind, you're doing it different. I commend you. A lot of other black people need to commend a lot of other black men.
It's crazy though,
and black mothers. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I give it up to the black mothers. Or just mothers, period. They ain't gotta be black. Mothers, period. Because, I got my kids. Okay, my son, we made up. My son was gonna come to me when he got 8 or 9 years old, you know? But it was always just be him and his sister. So, of course, my daughter, okay, never gonna say no. Come on. Right. So it was just me. Like I said, they 8 and 9, I got them full time. I had to learn how to fill out paperwork and doctor appointments and dentist appointments and all this and buy food and clothes. I was already doing it anyway, but I had to budget even more. I had to really, times 10, I had to do that. And I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to put it, and it was hard. So, like I said, when I stepped into that single parent role, I respected mothers already because I had, my mother, but it made me respect them 10 times more. I said, good God, wait a minute. This is something serious. I ain't had no help. Hold on.
Right.
I got to do what? Wait, what's up? What? Hold on. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You by yourself,
you
young.
know what I'm saying? I had to do it, and I didn't give up on it. I ain't say, oh, no, this too hard. Go on back to your mama.
Right.
No. My kids only been 2 places in their life, with me or their mama. That's it.
Man,
and we don't work. We've been separated. I was married to their mother. We separated since they was 2 and 3 years old. But we ain't never fell out about our kids.
Right.
We might not have been see eye to eye with one each other about each other, but about them kids, we don't.
Whole nother story.
Baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And I be like, you gotta work. You gotta fight for that. I feel like with fathers, some fathers don't fight enough.
Yeah.
Oh, the mother ain't gonna let me do this. So what? Stay in there and fight for your right to be in your kid's life. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a will, there's a way. You gotta fight.
Yes.
You gotta stand out and say, okay, no, we're gonna work this out. We're gonna come to a middle ground.
You gotta get that
We're gonna do what we gotta do and be on one accord for these kids.
Yeah, very important.
My kids got in trouble there. Oh, they was in trouble with me when they came with me. They got in trouble here when they went there. They was in trouble too.
Yeah.
I mean, we might, like I said, the marriage might not have worked, but that one accord for these kids, it worked. And we made it work to the best of the ability. I remember one time, my mother and my kid's mother was about to get into it. Started doing that Facebook typing, beefing thing. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said, this is your grandkid's mother, and this is your kid's grandmother, my mother. Right. We ain't having none of that. I squashed all of it right then and there.
Right.
Right then and there. I said, for one, this is your grandkid's mother. You gonna respect her, and she gonna respect you. Right. Ain't gonna be no disrespect going on. As long as I'm here in the midst of it, not. As long as he's right. I say ain't gonna have none of that. And ever since then, ain't been none of that. That's a year, that was a little 2, 3. Yeah. Ain't have none of that. Yeah. Because my kids gonna see a powerful front. Right. Oh, we ain't gotta be together to show a powerful front. But they gonna see that. And I raised them different. And my mother didn't intervene. Oh, you raising them wrong? No. Yeah. And everybody, my kids come around, everybody, they real mannerful, they great, I didn't play no games. I was, because a lot of people don't the fathers don't get enough role, but we just as pivotal and important as mothers.
Very.
Because when I learned that
same equivalency.
Women look for love and the things that they don't get from their father, they look for men out here. And men look for love that they don't get from their mothers and women out here. Yeah. So it's equally important that you get that love from both sides of the father and the mother, because it's things mother can give you that fathers can't give you. It's things that fathers can give you, mothers can't give you. It's equally important. Some people try to make it that one side is more better than the other, but no, it's equally important. And when one side is missing, the child is lacking.
Yes. Deeply. Because
And when they grow up, it comes out.
this thing where the woman wanted, it's a lot of women that like, you know, they want to get their Father's Day thing too. Like, nah, you don't really get that. You know what I'm saying? I know you're doing a lot in their life. Even if the father's deadbeatish, you still cannot teach this child, especially a boy, everything he needs to be about being a boy.
Hey,
Right.
I promise you not. Look, when my daughter, she came on her menstrual with me.
Right.
I said, what? Hold on, wait a minute. I screamed. What's going on? I called everybody in my what was it? Right. Hold on. Because he screamed so loud. Man, I thought I was about to go in and beat up somebody. She
didn't know what it was.
She didn't know what it was.
I'm done, Daddy!
And I'm like, hold on. I go in there, you know. Hold on. Then I said, you know, she only 10, okay?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
She going, I'm going to rest. She girl, I know my daddy cover up though.
Yeah.
I ain't used to it.
Right.
But I had to call it in the book. But I had to do it. I couldn't go get her mother 2-3 hours away.
Right.
I had to go, you know, learn what to get, how to get it, what to do. I had to call the school, call the teacher. Look here, this and that.
Right.
You did? Hey, boy, I was a wreck too. My daughter was a wreck, I was a wreck. We was a wreck together. But we got through, you understand? I didn't give up the fight. I was like, I'll call her and hey, you all right? You at school? My daughter good? She okay? Don't do nothing to her now. Don't do nothing to her.
Right.
Go to the restroom. Hey.
Right.
She got, hey, tell the teacher every 2 hours you gotta go to the restroom.
Right.
I packed her bag extra stuff. You know?
Right.
Go. I got all the stuff. I got the big ones, little ones, long ones, thick ones. I don't know. I'm getting everything. I'm just saying, hey, it's an experience, but I was in that thing.
You was in the trenches.
I was in the trenches with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, and I loved it. Why? Because it built a bond with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter tell me stuff I do not be ready for. Okay?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like
Daddy
what?
was just telling me that. Okay, man. I wasn't ready for you to say that, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, baby.
That will blow your mind.
Man, but hey, you know what? Like I appreciate it and I'm thankful because we have that openness in that relationship. She feel like she can tell me and talk to me about that stuff because I've let her know. I didn't scold her. You better now. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna beat you and lock you up. No. Baby girl, talk to me. Son too. I tell him I love him every day. Give him a hug. No matter if I'm going to slow down stuff, sons need that. Man, little boy, look, keep coming up, need that. Hey, I love you, son, every day. You should kiss him on the forehead until you got about 17. There you go, on the forehead.
Right.
I love you. No matter if I'm going to slow down story, because the last thing I want you to know, if something happened to me,
I love you.
My daddy told me he loved me.
Yeah, that's important, man. A lot of children don't receive that these days.
I tell them that every day. Hey, like I said, before I leave, I don't even say goodbye.
Whatever number.
I say see you later.
To your account.
Love you later. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's important.
So, what you got, babe? You was gonna segue? What's going on with you? You got something else? You wanted to jibber jab on?
Oh yeah, and that meditation is real. Sometimes, no matter where I'm going, I ride in silence. And I pray. I ride in silence. I don't care. Sometimes I just do it on odd times throughout the day. I ride in silence. I'll be praying. I'll be, like I said, meditating. I'll be just, it's just that silence just be helping me. Yeah. Be riding. And people be like, why you just riding in silence? Because it's peaceful. It's peace.
Yes, it is peace.
It's peace. I just be riding. Sometimes, especially sometimes when I come home from work, I work 12 hours a day.
I don't want to hear no music.
I come home from work. Sometimes I ride home in straight silence of the lamb chops. I don't speak a word. You understand?
I'm on it sometimes. Like in the morning time, I gotta hear some soft music. I can't even hear nothing rowdy and body.
Yes.
If it ain't about money, Don't be hitting me up, nigga. No, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear something mellow like Teddy Pendergrass or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get motivated. Because the kids going to motivate me when they get on that bus.
It gets your mind right.
I don't need no motivation.
Man, I wake up and I turn on. Sometimes, a lot of times I turn on the gospel music. I might not even listen to it all day long after that, but I turn on to get my mind ready, to get my mind right, to get my mind
some Babyface
acclimated on the day.
Wake me up.
Hey, and I after that, I might turn to the turn up, but then when I start my day off, it gotta be with that gospel.
I want you to
get my mind right.
I want you to tell me what it is. As soon as we take this commercial break, we're gonna be right back after we take this. After we take this real quick commercial break, we'll be right back. Give us a second. And we back from that real commercial break. We back. You can do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. We back. So what you had on your mind, babe? What you had on your mind?
I know we were talking about what motivates you during the day, to get you motivated throughout the day. What I'm doing? My motivation to get me motivated for the day be first, I always thank the Lord, first and foremost. I always say, thank you, Lord. I ain't got to go into deep prayer,
Right.
I just, thank you, Lord. Yes. That one thank you in the morning go a long way. You just say thank you, Lord. So that goes a long way with me because I used to believe in, how like sometimes like a lot of people, and it's just me, and I tell like a lot of people, my thank you, Lord, in the morning, it covers everything, my whole day. And a lot of people, I stopped being like a traditional prayer. I stopped doing the traditional things for everybody because I feel like it was learned and taught behavior. For instance, one of the things that I had stopped doing is I stopped praying over my food because those are prayers that we were taught to do that. And I'm a strong believer in me just thanking the Lord. He covered me. I'm thanking him for everything he do for me. So I don't feel like I have to pray over, when I eat, I gotta pray over the food that I eat because when I start my morning, I'm thanking the Lord. And he's gonna cover me on everything. He know I'm grateful for as he, start my day, my path. So that's just me. I stopped doing the learn prayers, to learn I try to do things different than the norm with everybody. I try to. I know I'm in this worldly world and I'm gonna do things and stuff, but it's just certain little things like that I had just stopped doing. Like, why are they praying over their food? Did they pray over this? Did they pray over, why just praying over food? You know what I'm saying? Because I just never, I started learning that. Like, people they just praying over food, but what else have you prayed over for that day? So I'm learning to just cover my whole day with thank you, Lord. Whatever you got, whatever path you leading me on, thank you. So I don't have to constantly, I'm about to eat. I just personally, and it's just personal for me because I really truly be thinking like, because my mind can go a lot of places. Like they prayed over their food, but did they pray for somebody? Did they pray over this for this? Did they pray, just not just food. Like that's something like, because people make it seem like, oh, you ain't prayed over your food. That ain't gonna make me have a bad day. God got me. We really be into that. That's a learned thing. We were taught that. So I try to get away from the taught stuff. I start trying to follow things that God leading me on. I don't want to do things that everybody do. Traditional and taught. I don't want to do all those. I mean, I'm going to do things. I mean, I'm human. But if I can pull back on some of them things, I really pull back on a lot of things, stuff like that. Even with the marriage thing, I didn't want to do that traditional. Oh, Tika, do you take me to be your husband? I didn't want to do that. Millions of people said that same vow.
Man.
Millions and millions and millions of people said that same exact vow. And where did it lead them? Where did it lead them? I said it before. Where did it lead me? This marriage, I didn't want to do that. I want to come from the heart. I want to come from God. I want you to tell me that morning. I said we didn't write our vows before. That morning we woke up. That's when your mind was fresh and clear. We wrote our vows.
I got
write
deep.
them down.
I got lost in my vow. It was like 8
write
minutes
them
long.
down. Like we gonna write our vows. We gonna pour from our heart, our energy, our spirit. That's what we pour from. So and we said our vows, and that's. So I got away from what motivated me, but I do just wake up in the morning, and that motivates me just because I know I thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That right there motivates me to get me going because I thank the Lord, so I know what he got something good in store for me for today. And then secondly, what motivates me is
Watch out.
I know, right? Every morning before my husband leave out, he kissed me on my forehead. On my
Watch out
cheek.
now.
He give me a kiss, and I ain't used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like just
I ain't used to
and
that.
It's
But it's just
consistent. Like
feels
it's
good.
like a
It's
thing he just naturally do now. Like I could be asleep. He like, babe, I'm gone.
Exactly.
I'd be like, oh.
That's what's up.
So I be feeling it.
Because it's some women, it's some people. I'm not gonna say women.
So that motivates
It's some
me
men
just to
and
know.
women that don't receive none of that.
Right.
Each morning or each week or each whatever month, they don't even receive it. They don't even know if they husband or their wife or their significant other even like has feelings for them because they don't express it.
Right.
And some people just don't even know how.
Right.
You know, so you can't fault everything. It's kind of like like how you teach your son Roberto or your children. How I try to teach my children, my daughter, my sons. You have to tell them.
Yeah.
And then they'll receive it like,
Right.
you know what? I'm gonna make sure I do that to my son or my daughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a learned process, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, really important that you instill values in your children that are like 10 times better than what you've done in the
Oh
past.
my God. Right.
Cause it's kind of like, I ain't gonna say it's crazy, but it's kind of like you cannot fault the parents because they probably weren't taught that. But it's good when you learn some things from your friends or somebody like your teacher, or or somebody at church, and you say, you know what? Wow, I never knew that. Cause I'm sitting here listening today, and it's kind of like I'm learning stuff from my son. I'm learning stuff from my little cousin, and I'm like, wow, I'm learning stuff from Roberto. And I'm like, hey, there's something from a little piece from each and every one of y'all that I could take home with me and say, you know what? I need to start doing that too.
Right.
Because that's powerful because we can learn from the younger thing. Because sometimes people feel like, oh, here I am 52, I can't learn from a 34-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Right.
Yeah.
I can learn from a
never too
34-year-old
old to
woman.
learn.
But
Never
but
too
some
old to
people
learn.
won't allow their
Right.
mindset
Mind
to
open.
even think like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all do. We all got room for improvement. And I love to learn.
Yeah.
I love to learn.
Yeah, I do too.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's just some things that a younger woman that came across that I never came across.
Right. Right.
So now you teaching me, and
Right.
and it's good positive energy. It's gonna feed me. I love to be fed good positive things.
I feel like you said, I've been in motivation since I was born. As y'all know, I got cerebral palsy. I was born with it. I got asthma. I got arthritis in my ankles. And I wake up every day. So I'm motivated by God. They wake me up every day. Give me the activity of my limbs. And before my feet hit the ground, when I sit up, I say, thank you. First thing in my mouth, thank you. Thank you. And then I get up and I go about my day. But I'm motivated for my own self. I've been fighting since I was born. I got cerebral palsy, got asthma. You know what I'm saying? Got arthritis. But I played basketball, football, did everything because I didn't let it stop me. Right. I said, you ain't going to beat me, I'm going to beat you. And that motivate me. That keep me going. A lot of people think, you ain't had a stroke. No, I got cerebral palsy, and I don't hide it because it's me. It's a part of me. It's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's what motivates me. And I love that I'm a positive person. I got a positive outlook on life. I try to find all the silver linings. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a caring person. That motivates me. I love caring for people, so it gives me motivation. It gives me joy. Right. So that's and and like I said, my kids motivate me. They more than a lot of stuff. My kids, they kept me out of a lot of stuff. They done motivated my mind.
Yes.
A lot of times, my kids motivated me, or just to be better. They motivate me. I ain't want to show them that I quit. I quit. So I instilled in them, what you start, you finish. You might have to do it again next year, but if you started this year, you finish it out. So that motivated me.
You know what's crazy, man? I feel like I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like a lot of us that didn't have our fathers there growing up, we way different from I don't know, we different from them. Like we in our chip, like a lot of my friends that I know that didn't have their father there. Yeah. They like, nah, I ain't gonna be like that. I want my children to know that I'm here. I mean, a lot of my friends, even like the females and the males, like they like that. And we all got a lot of friends out there that didn't have their father in their life. And I'm like, I'm not about that. I could tell. I was like, I know one particular person in my life. I ain't gonna say no names, but I was like, I am not gonna be like that. My children gonna know that I love their motherfucking ass. No. Like I might not be there. Like, I need some money. Like my daughter, I ain't gonna say which daughter. She might be watching the podcast. I think she is watching. Can I get some? I might not be able to get. I ain't not. Well, hold up. But she know I love her.
Right. Facts.
And she. If I ask, like, if they ever know, if I ever ask for some money, they know I must really something going crazy because he really need that. And they gonna be like, okay, if they got it, they gonna give it to me. But they know I love them because I always, like you said, and I think it's very vitally important that you tell your children that you love them. And what a lot of us don't like. For all the parents out there that's like, I hate to say it, but if you're deadbeat, just remember that when you get older, which is coming, don't think it ain't coming, you're going to need you would hope to have all your children there for you, but at least one of them motherfuckers there for you. Because it's going to come.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in a nursing home.
One other thing that's important too.
Yes.
Tell your kids you're proud of them. Yeah. A lot of times people don't hear, kids don't hear that.
Right.
I didn't hear it growing up a lot.
Right.
So I took the time to tell my kids all the time, I'm proud. I don't care if it's a little thing they accomplish. I'm proud of you. And you somebody.
I'm proud of you, Tico. You somebody.
I'm just saying, for real, like if that stuff, no matter how old you are, you like to hear that somebody is proud of you. No matter, it make you feel good. It make you feel good. And sometimes you're doing good, but it's just a thought somebody's saying they proud of you. Mm-hmm. It's gonna motivate you even more. Like, oh, shoot, they noticing me. Right. They see me out here trying. I'm doing. They proud of me. They watching me. I'm gonna do better. I always tell people when somebody changes their life for the better, you
females hear that proud of you more than we do.
You let them know.
Yeah. They always, because I think it's a tough thing.
We hear more about the stuff that we messing up on or we lacking in, or if the areas that we ain't acing, you failing this clearly. That's what we hear. We hear that all the time. We hear
majority of the time you hear that.
We on more than majority of the time. Right. We gonna hear a lot of what we ain't doing versus what we have been doing.
Take the time. Yeah. That's why I told this man, this young man, I'm proud of you because, hey, that's what's up. That's real.
But you know what? Sometimes, even though it's not good what you just said, but sometimes that can be the best motivator than anything in the world. Because I heard all the negative. You know, I heard it. You know, you ain't this, and this ain't gonna happen, and watch this, that, or the other. And my thing was just that. Okay, well, I could show you better than I could tell you, just by making sure that now you a lie.
My silence gonna
I
be
ain't
your
gotta
answer.
say a whole lot. All I gotta do is just keep applying myself, and you know what I'm saying. Keep being the opposite of you is what I need to focus on. Right. So, you know, so sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you just take that and let that be what make them out of a lie.
Push that you need. I'm telling you. Like I was saying, But that right there, when they tell you that you ain't gonna be this and you ain't doing this, do that will give you like, oh, okay. Like a prime example, when I was in high school, I tell a story all the time. I'm gonna say it, a lot of teachers like, you need to get your GED, I'm like, what the fuck they keep trying to get my GED like I'm stupid. Like, let me really apply myself, cause I crack up, I'm making too many jokes through the years. Let me get really serious and get my motherfucking diploma. So I had to get on top of I was like, I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna do this. I dropped out one year, like in the 10th grade, I dropped out. I'm like, yeah, it was fun for like, probably about, I don't even know, probably about a good 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was like, this shit is whack. Now let me get, and then my friend Carlos, I remember my friend Carlos Neal, something happened, boom, he had to spend some time somewhere. He came and said, Tico, man, hey man, you don't want to do that, man. I'm telling you, like you need, I'm like, let me get my butt back in school, man. Let me get back in school. So what I did, I got like the next year came around, I got back in school. I said, let me go ahead and get back in school. This having fun all the time, anytime I want to do, it ain't always cracked up to be. I ain't getting no crazy trouble, but it was just like I felt so lame-ish. I was like, I feel like a lame. I got back in school, motivated myself, and I was like, boom. And I'm a person that motivates a lot of people. I think I've known over the years just by hearing people say certain things and getting confirmation that I'm a motivator. Now it's not a role that I was like looking for. It just fell upon me, and I was like, like through my my little skits and comedy and singing and acting, whatever the case may be, just being myself, I motivate a lot of people, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of that. And if I see somebody to tell me, like, man, when you did this or you did that, it motivated me to make, you was a G back in the day. You was whatever that means, but you made me want to get on top of my thing. I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. And it make you feel good.
That's just rare. Just being your age at that young age, just seems like you said in your 20s and you had a record deal in your 20s. That'll motivate anybody.
Yeah.
You get a record deal from Cincinnati, a young black man from Cincinnati get a record deal. Like that alone, I can imagine that, that motivates people if they never probably even told you.
Right.
I bet you motivated a lot of people just from being, from Cincinnati, living from downtown.
Yeah.
In your 20s, get a record deal. You motivated somebody, a lot of people, whether they told you or not.
Right, and they saying where I came from, so.
Right.
But what we gonna do? We gonna take a quick break for this little commercial break, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna segue into another little type of thing, and see. I want to know if y'all know about this. A lot of people don't know about sundown towns, but I want to get y'all perspective and see where y'all head at with it. So we'll be right back after we take this quick break. I know about this. A lot of people don't know about sundown towns, but I want to get y'all perspective and see where y'all head at with it. So we'll be right back after we take this quick break. I know about this. A lot of people don't know about sundown towns, but I want to get y'all perspective and see where y'all head at. So we back. But as I said, I just want to get y'all perspective on this, when the hurricane came through, what is it, Helena? Hurricane Helena, and it particularly hit a lot of sundown towns, and a sundown town is a town where if you a certain skin color and you ain't up out of that, it's time for some things gonna happen. So I want to get y'all perspective on that. What you think about
basically the hurricane basically wiped out them type of towns?
Yeah, now that ain't that crazy?
It's crazy, but it's good.
You think it's good?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's just good because of that. Because
it's like,
I feel like it was a lot of that being played, on the internet, and they were saying that the hurricanes hit a lot of the sundown towns. So that's right there. I know, a lot of black people probably, like you're saying, like it's good, but then you just got to realize, people are people, and not all people from that era, and because these people shouldn't be held accountable for what their ancestors did. So I don't feel like that's a good thing. That's just personally me. Like a lot of people like, oh, it wiped out all of these people, whatever. You know, and I seen one girl on, you know, on the internet, like she said, so it hit that, and it was a predominantly white community and town, but it was also right next to her on the borderline. It was black people living there too. So people have to be careful what they put on the tongue, because if you wishing this for somebody else, you just wished it for yourself because you put it on your tongue and you spoke that into existence. Not only for that person because you said it and you want it to happen to them, you can roll that back and put that on your life. People don't really realize it's the power in the tongue. It's life and death in the tongue. So a lot of people got to be careful what they say. Just because you said, I'm happy this happened to this people, you just put that on your tongue. God don't see color. So therefore, you wish this on that person, you spoke it on yourself. You can speak it on yourself. Yeah. So people have to be careful what they say on the tongue. It's life and death on the tongue. The tongue is powerful, and God reads our heart, not our tongue. So if your heart is full of hatred, God, then it can come back to you. You can, I can say, just say me and him get into it. I can be like, I hate him, but my heart know I love him. So God reads your heart. So your heart is what plays out as far as life means. So I don't think that when people, I've been seeing a lot of people saying, it hit a lot of sundowner towns, which they were showing it in, I didn't know, where it hit and what type of town it went to.
I didn't know at first either. I didn't know.
But it has been saying that on the internet, and it was a lot of people, happy about that. It happened in New Orleans. That was
Tennessee.
Yeah, but it happened before that. Hurricane Katrina. That wasn't a sundowner town. That was all black people down there.
It was some white
people.
And
that was talking about in Katrina, Hurricane Katrina. So it's not just these natural disasters, because, we can't believe everything, what these people see on the internet. People going to say things that suits them. They going to say what, interpret things to pacify them, to make them feel good. So just like Hurricane Katrina, that was in New Orleans. That was black. So are we saying this happened to black people? It was something that they did wrong?
I just think it's just take the police situation. Like certain people they hate all cops, but I don't. Why would you? I would say, why would you hate all cops? Because all cops are not bad, So when it comes to the sundown town thing, I don't think all people that live in even whatever race they is that live in a sundown town, I don't think that all evil and bad. It's still going on to this day, sundown towns, but I don't think everybody that lives in a sundown town is evil and bad and will do certain things to a certain race. But I think that if you live in a bad life, this is what I feel about people that's bad. I feel like people that do evil things just for spite. I feel like if you continuously do things that you know is wrong, then you deserve what you're gonna get. But if you did something like you robbed back in the days, and now you cleaned up your life and you ain't that way no more, I don't think that you should. God has something for you. It depends on how you live in your life. So if you're a sundown town person that lived in a sundown town and you still doing things from your parents used to do, you're still doing the same bad thing, then you deserve what you get. And if you're good, you deserve what you get. That's how I feel about anything. It don't matter what I feel like if you're a bad person and you continuously do bad things are going to happen to you. It might not happen you might have did something bad to me back when I was 15, and I'm I hope it probably don't happen from, my experience. It might be something that you did to an old lady when you got a little older. It's going to come back on you.
Right, and I agree. I feel like God does use these types of things because it's written all through history that he used these types of things as his way of showing wrath upon the people. Now, whether or not do I sit up and look at it and be like, yeah, I'm happy that this is happening to them? No, because I'm not the judge. I'm not
Right.
the judge,
Right.
and neither did I, cause the destruction. So it's up to God, and but I do believe, that these are the type ways that He shows His wrath upon people, and so it's just up to us, to have our lives in order, because we never know how wrath may come upon us. So no, I'm not celebrating another person's wrath or nothing like that, but at the same time, it's like, it's like, hey, what am I to say about it? If that's how He chose to handle that, that's how He chose. Woe is me, though. You know what I'm saying? So
It's part of revelation. That's how it is. If God said the first will be last and the last will be first. So it's just really part of revelation and everything just going in a circle, and the system and things is finally just coming to an end. And God can, He can make that storm stop, because they predicted that storm to do more than what it did. And like they said, so many people was in prayer, and everybody was in line for that, and God stopped that. God can stop those. He can stop those hurricanes, those, coming on. So I just personally don't like to, what I was hearing on the internet. It did, first you can get tuned into it and drawn into it. Like when it was the way they was putting it out, like, well, it did this person, and they even had the percentage of how many white people live here, and then on this other hurricane, and how many percentage, and it will make you think like,
It was just mighty strange.
And it makes you think that,
God's
but then you,
divine hand,
as human, you have to pull back and not be caught up in that.
Yeah.
And you have to tell yourself,
Yeah.
the God that I serve, He's not an evil God. He's not a God that's going to do that to punish His people, because we all sin. Everybody sin. No one sin is not greater than another sin. If a murderer kills somebody, and I go gossip to somebody, if I ask God for forgiveness and mean it from my heart, the same as that murderer, God gonna forgive me, and God's gonna forgive them. And He's not gonna look at us no different.
That's why I said I feel like
no different.
Like when you do things like, just say, I know a guy that used to, your brother friend, you know what I'm talking about, KP, back in the day. So I know what he used to do, right? But I saw the change in him. He started coming to school, trying to get his diploma. I mean, like, he was like really changing his life, and then it just caught up with him. Next thing you know, pop, you know what I'm saying? They got him up out of there. I was like, damn. I knew he was changing his life, because I know what he used to do. So he was changing his life, and it like caught up with him. But I think that, as he was changing his life, I know it was genuinely from the heart, and I think that unfortunately he got up out of here. But I think that God saw. I mean,
His grace and His mercy.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is true too that you live by the sword, you die by the sword too. And that is true, because sometimes you can live by the sword, but then you can go repent, and then God will save you. But if you out here shooting people or you killing people, what you expect gonna happen to you?
That's
but
why
if you do that and you repent and you ask God and you mean it from your heart, it's your heart, then I'm a strong believer, and I have so much faith, I don't think I will allow those to happen. Because people who don't repent, who don't, once you do those things, if you don't repent, that's when that's whether you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's where that comes into. But you can be living by that sword and doing this, chopping and this and that or whatever, and you repent, and God gonna remove you from that, not remove you, and let you something happen to you the same that you did to somebody else. But if you don't repent, yes, I can see that's happening.
So us repent and save us. We can all perish together as a group. But what's gonna happen in the afterlife is where the division come in. As far as you repenting and you having a change heart and you getting yourself together versus somebody that's still out here. You know what I'm saying? This building can fall down upon us right now, and it won't be like, okay, well, you asked for forgiveness, so you ain't gonna die and I'ma die. Like we can all ask for forgiveness. We can all, or we can all be totally sinful and still suffer the same fate at that moment of impact, but it's what's gonna happen in the next life. So you have to be careful, you know, where you say, you know, I don't believe that he will do these things. He done it over and over and over and over.
Some it's a sacrifice that you had to, like, unfortunately, like, some good people go
With the bad.
But, yeah, you know.
But it's what happens after. To where you saying that's where your faith and everything that you put in your personal relationship with him. Yeah, we went together, but at that moment in time, even husbands and wives will be ripped apart, where he will take one and the other one can't go. So, but it don't mean just because, oh, I was right with him and instead of the other, I'm gonna walk out of this and nothing is gonna happen to me. No, unfortunately, he had to take us. If it's his decision that this is what he doing, then everybody's going. If that's what he decide, but yeah, it's a purpose, and everybody is going in that moment. But that's not the end of our story. That's just the end of our lively vessel.
Now it kind of reminds me, like when I hear that story of you know, with the hurricane thing, you know, it put me in the mind of the Moses thing. Like when he tried to warn you, like, hey, I'm telling you, let my people go. Yes. And then he brought this. Let my people go. Then he did this. That's sort of remind me of. That's came in my head, like, because I just found it just like, wow. Example. Yeah, it's a good example. Like, wow, like he went through all these cities, and I mean, just he took this big hurricane just touched on those. Like, that is like crazy.
But out of the warnings beforehand, you know what I'm saying?
Way beforehand. I mean, years beforehand.
So it's warnings for us even now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like you said, you know, Revelations is, you know, upon us. And so these are the warnings. And then he trying to get our attention by these things. You know, these are our warnings.
And like you said, Latifah, it's a lot of distractions out here. So when you praying and you're trying to meditate, that's why it's important to meditate every day, right? Because when you meditate every day, because there's so many distractions. From the time you wake up in the morning, and you might turn on the news, there go a distraction right there. You done heard that somebody got killed in the hood, and already your energy just done shifted. And you thrown off. So that's why it's important to me. I think it's important to meditate, because like every day, distractions gonna come your way, and believe me, when you think you meditating and praying hard and God is blessing you, boy, the devil working way 20, 100 times harder, and he got so many pieces of candy to get to you. There you go. Oh, you don't like that candy? I got something for you over here. Here you go. And it's hard. And I'm gonna say it's hard out here to walk a path, but you have to continuously walk that path, man, with hope and faith, and keep going, man, and keep going, because it's hard out here. So
I always tell people, just because you get mad or whatever, you gotta watch what you say out your mouth when you're mad. You know what I'm saying? Because like she said, when you're mad, you say things, but when your heart, you might not really mean it. And then you got to be apologizing, or like you said, it come back on you. You know what I'm saying? So even when you're mad, you got to watch what you say out your mouth. Because like you said, the tongue is powerful. So you got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you say. And then I don't even watch the news, because the news is filled with negativity now. It's filled with so much, all you hear is, like you said, killing and this and that and this and that. And you get the news from so many other things, every social media site you get the news. You hear about everything from everything. You don't even gotta watch. I don't even watch the news, but I hear about everything that go on from you know, the media sites and all that. So, but you just gotta watch what you say. It's a lot. The tongue, like you said, is powerful.
I want to say something about the hurricanes. Y'all spit a lot of gems for real. Like, and as far as like the meditating thing, and y'all wondering like why is it happening in Florida? Like why it was like back to back like that? It's a vibrational thing too. Like, we're all interconnected. When you meditate, you realize that, because when one person align with their divine energy with God, and they operate on a high vibration, when you going wherever you go, you affecting other people with your high vibration. We're all connected. So maybe that's a vibrational thing that's going down on in Florida. Like, why did it occur like that? But that's why it's so important for us to get with God
It's
and
very
ourselves together and heal from the things, because once one person, we affect somebody else. And when we can all stand together, it's amazing. We operating up here where we are. We're all divine for real. You know what I mean? We don't belong here. We belong with God.
Yes.
Once we leave here, so we're all that. But we have to. That's our purpose. That's what I always wanted to know. What is our purpose here on this earth? Our purpose is to be one with God.
Yes.
Because that's when we free.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when we are who we are supposed. Well, He brought us here. Who will operate immediately, automatically. Who He brought us here to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we go through things. The whole life and thing I was thinking as everybody was speaking is all about. We go through things because we're here to help somebody else.
That's it.
And I didn't like that, hearing that in church. I'll be like, man, what you mean I'm going through something?
Right.
Like, it made me really kind of disgusted. But it's like, nah, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not really going to be able to help somebody unless you really
Go-
understand.
yeah, exactly.
And you walk that path.
Yep.
But that's how we all gonna get to where we supposed to be at and be who God brought us here to be. Is we heal ourselves and we can show somebody else how to do it, and that's how it trickles on, and you just help it. That's how it goes on.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that is so true. And like you said, we are actually here to love one another and just show love. And that's where, you know, I didn't
Big
I always,
facts.
you know, let that like hinder me, because I always like this. I always just want to show love, and I'm a giver.
Right,
I'm
yes.
a nurturer.
Big
and
facts.
you know, people, you know, sometimes people didn't probably felt like they walked over me, but I do things from the heart. And
Right,
I ain't about
me
to do
too.
nothing
Right,
because
yeah,
I
me
wanted
too.
to. I don't do
Right.
things just because.
Yes.
Because, you know, I do things
Oh
from the
my
heart, and the more I do,
That's
the more
one
I
of the-
get.
One of
I'm
the
telling
biggest,
you.
one of the biggest
Yeah, he do,
misconceptions.
and I tell people, it ain't just,
Yes.
you know, I promise y'all, I be knowing it too. It ain't just monetary things, just loving people, talking to people, being a listening ear for people. And
Right.
always just,
Yes.
I'm always happy. I don't like.
That's
yeah,
real,
I'm
that's true,
telling you,
that's
I'm
true.
always happy. If my daughters, my kids was here right now, they would tell you, even when they growing up in their life, my kids ain't hear me hollering and arguing. And my daughter tell you, like, I ain't never really seen my mama mad. Because her mama don't get mad. My boys, everybody, they would tell you, I mean, I'm human, but I don't allow my kids to see that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't allow my kids to see me in a different, other than being a loving, nurturing mother.
Yes.
They know that of me. They know that of me. Just like the situation just happened recently down there. It could have went left, but I had my kids and my grandkids. I don't want them to see that they grandmother, they mama upset. So I have to keep a hold of composure and just be, you know, because I got them, like I said, watching me. You know, my grandkids, I got them watching me.
When you have
And my kids. you
Along
know,
with
all
other
that.
children, along
They
with
ain't
other
never
children,
seen me
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They don't see me like that.
When
They
you
don't
have a
see
good
me like
heart.
that.
Yeah, that means a lot.
Yes.
when you good-hearted, when you a good-hearted person, a lot of people think you doing stuff for motives. You have motives. You have,
They're trying to
you know what I'm
find
saying?
something on you.
But a
They're
lot
trying
of
to find-
times you're doing it because that's who you are.
Yeah.
That's your makeup.
A lot of time people think when I do stuff for them, I've given $50, $100 to people. Hey man, forget it. Call it a blessing. What? What you want? What you need? I don't need nothing. Call it a blessing. Or if I'm doing something nice, or if I'm buying something, or I'm doing something, what you doing this for? Or they don't understand me. I do it because I want to. Ain't nobody pressuring me. Ain't nobody, you ain't asking for it. I do it because I want to. That's who I am. But they don't understand that. When you're a good-hearted person, people, they don't understand you. Because they so used to people having motives and wanting something back in return. So when you're a good-hearted person, you do something for them, they don't get it. They don't understand you. They confused.
Yeah. You shook up their system.
So, but that happens with a lot of people. when you're a good-hearted person, a lot of times, a lot of people they ain't gonna understand you. Because they ain't not gonna believe that you just truly doing this from your heart. And you don't got no motive behind what you're doing. That's just who you are. They not gonna believe that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody used to, you know what I'm saying? My cousin saying that she be hungry, get a box of cereal. She's like, you give me this? I can't believe you give me this cocoa puff.
Even that, yeah, right. Chico, you love me.
Nah, but now let me say this, man. Yesterday we had a Halloween thing.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, but we started late, and guess what? We repeated the thing today. We started this late, and now it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and everybody sleep. So I hope the Bengals won. Did they win?
Yeah, they win.
Yeah, they win.
They winning or they won?
They winning. They about to win.
They're still going?
Yeah,
17-7.
Oh, 17-7.
I done heard that story before. And then dude.
Oh, it's only like a what?
17 seconds left.
17 seconds left?
Yeah.
Oh, we won. We good.
51 seconds.
We good. So we want to.
Yeah, 17-10
Now they
now.
got 10.
17-10?
What it was gonna be. It's gonna end at 17.
Yeah.
Right. Who they? Can we get a who they from everybody? And we want to give a special. We want to give a special who they to our friend. Y'all might have seen her feet twitching in the background. But we want to give a shout out to our friend who wind us down. She wind us down. Chelsea wind us down. Yes. Our first studio audience person that sat through the whole episode, and she been twisting and turning and getting pillows and getting comfortable. So we want to thank Chelsea for bringing us that wine. We really appreciate it, man.
Good wine too.
So
But
we gonna end this. We've
Yes.
been over 2 hours. So when we go over 2 hours, we know it was a good show.
Yes, it was good.
So thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Yes.
We'll catch y'all next week. Hopefully
Yes,
you'll be
yes.
by the fire pit next week.
Yes.
So thanks to our children.
Yes.
Thanks to our cousin.
Yes.
I'm proud of y'all. Got some good.
y'all.
Y'all did well. We learned
Yeah.
for sure.
We did. We learned a lot. I learned a lot from y'all.
Yes.
Yes, proud
Keep
of y'all.
doing what
Yes.
y'all doing.
Yes.
Give y'all a good, thank you so much in the good hoo day, and we are out of here. Peace. Yes.
Peace.